This last week, it was good to play back-to-back weeks. Last week was, kind of unusual, all the weather. It seemed like it had not rained in a month, and we dodged the rain and lightning every day. Luckily, we got every practice in, and, had homecoming going on, large crowd in for that. Also the concert, which went awesome. Anytime the university can raise, get 1.3 million donated, Alabama and all the people that performed. Wednesday night, it was just a great thing for our university. Everything went well, and the rain got over it. Everybody had a good time with that. And then we had a tremendous crowd on Saturday. It was just a very, very good atmosphere, and a little hotter than we had planned on it being. They come out of the door for warm-ups, and it was a scorcher. So you got we kind of played through that. I think, it was just, like I said, continuity was good. We knew, coming out of the gate, may say, hey, we kind of started slow, both sides of the ball, but really don't think we did. I think Austin Peay had a lot to do with that. Coach Healy's done a great job with that program. They're more than just a competitive, program. I mean, they've went from, the bottom of our league to a competitor, and we knew coming off of a conference loss that they was going to battle, and they was going to battle to the very, very end, and they did that. I thought they'd come out with a great plan early, got us on our heels a little bit. They got some stops, and we were punting the ball on, 4th and 1 and 4th and short a couple of times early, and, just couldn't, extend drives and keep our defense off the field offensively. But I thought we adjusted. The main thing I seen out of that win with our team, because every time we would go up, they would come back. And, they held the lead early for quite a while. I didn't see panic in our guys, and that was good to see with a young football team. I think can't call us a young football team anymore. We're veteran guys, and these guys have got enough games under the belt to where, they're used to playing now. And, I think we're getting better every week, but, we never did panic. We just kept playing the game. And we got to be able to do that. We know we're going to get everybody's best shot, and they're going to battle us to the end. They're going to come out of the gates early, and you got to kind of withstand that storm and kind of settle into the game, and I thought we did that. And, we know that, teams in our league, like Austin Peay did on Saturday, they're going to make plays. We're going to make plays. They're going to miss some plays, we're going to miss some plays. So I think you got to play every play, and, then you go to the next play. But I thought our team did a really nice job of doing that, and, some plays we'd like to have back. We'd like to do a little bit better, but we did some really good things too. So seen us grow a lot. So is this team tapped out for us, maximum, of how good it can be? Nowhere near. This team can continue to improve, and I think we can, still be a great team. Are we a great team right now? Not yet, but I think we have the recipe there and the ingredients to have a great team. And, we're going to be kind of road warriors. You get past this homecoming win. We've played a lot of games, which is kind of unusual for us. We was talking about it walking over here. It's just we played a lot of home games up front, which usually we play a lot of road games up front. Way the schedule planned out this year, we played a lot of home games up front. Now for the next 7 weeks, we're going to be, road warriors and go on the road for 5 weeks. So and some long trips in there. So we got to be, ready for that. And we keep our routine pretty much the same on Fridays. So. Yeah, it shouldn't bother us that much. It's once you get to that hotel, it's the same whether we're playing on the road or at home. So, but very, very proud of our guys, how we handled the game on Saturday. And I think we grew. And, like I said, take my hat off to Austin Peay and how they played. They battled for 4 quarters. I thought they played extremely, extremely hard, and they're much, much improved. And they're going to win some games down the line for sure. So every week when you go out to play an OVC game, you better be ready to play, because I think the parity in the league has always been good, but I think the level of play is at an all-time high as well. So I think everybody's got players, everybody's well coached, and you got to be ready to play. I think our team is very, very well aware of that, and I can't wait to get on the field this afternoon and go to practice and get ready for a really, really good EKU team. And you go on the road for your first OVC road game. They're really good up front, both sides of the ball. I think they got a lot of returners. They were a young team last year, so they played 2 FBS schools really, really close. Probably should have beat one of those. They've had a tough schedule early, but you see a team that's getting better every week. The more you break them down, the more you study them. So it's opened up for questions.
In the OVC and rushing, you always see defending the run. How do you see that clash?
Well, it's going to be a battle. I mean, they're better up front than they have been. You know, they're really, really good up front. They got two running backs that pounded up at you. That's really big guys, and they made a commitment. You can tell in their program they made a commitment to run the ball, and they made a commitment to stopping the run. And you see what they're doing schematically to do that, and how they've done that recruiting-wise. They're like I said, they're the best they've been up front offensive line-wise, and those two running backs are really good. Quarterbacks can run the ball as well, and they do enough, you know, throw game-wise that you got to play the pass too. So, you know, just kind of try to stay a little bit balanced with it, but they do have a good rushing attack.
JSU's for years now has been good defending the run. I'll ask this for you both, Randy. What makes you also good at defending the run?
Starts with big guys up front like Randy. I say this, I mean, we do all this bells and whistle stuff out here with these receivers and DBs and all that stuff. So, hey, you want to see the real game? It's played in the trenches, and you know that's where the game is dictated. If you can control it, we believe in controlling the line of scrimmage, and like I said, you can see that they've made a commitment to do that. But it starts with players, and you know, and schematically you do some things, but it goes with, you know, we believe in having a good D line and a good O line, so it goes with players like Randy.
Alignment assignment football, much what Coach said. Just running to the football, make sure everybody's in the right, doing your 111, doing your job. Stop defending the run very easy. So I got an A gap in my A gap. My backers got to be there in the B, and we just ride it to the football.
Playing a redshirt freshman quarterback, is that part of that? Is that why they're trying to run it, or running it like they do?
No, I think they just made the commitment they're going to run it, you know, and I think maybe, you know, they've tried to throw the ball a good bit, you know, the past couple of years, and you know, but they've made a commitment they're going to run it, and you know, be more of a heavier run team. Now they do still try to throw it, but I don't think they're trying to protect the quarterback. You know, I think both quarterbacks they play can throw it, and they got some good receivers, but I think they just made a commitment they're going to run it, and like I said, they got, and for good reason. They got a good offensive line. They got two good running backs.
Eastern Kentucky team that you faced, or best EKU team that you've seen since you've been the head coach?
Possibly. You know, I think, you know, the more you break them down, the better they get. You know, they look really, really good, and I think he does a really good, nice job. Their staff has done a good job. I think they found their niche recruiting-wise. You can tell that physically of their team. Their team looks better, you know, physically, and the guys that they're putting out there on the field, and I think they made a commitment to run the ball and be a physical team, and, you know, they're doing a really good job. Well coached, you know, special teams-wise, and all three phases, offense and defense as well. So it's going to be a tough road. That's a tough place to play. You know, it's a really hard place to play, and they've done some facility upgrades. When you get up there, they were starting those the last time 2 years ago we were up there, and now they got them finished. So it's going to be a little bit different scenery for us. But like I said, it is a tough place to play, and our guys are going to be locked and ready to go because they'll be ready for sure.
Crawford and Gerard, they ever played this week?
Crawford, not so much. And who else?
Gerard Washington.
Well, Washington, maybe. I don't know. I got to see him practice. You know, he couldn't practice last week, so we'll see how he is. It's a tough injury he's got, but he'll be back eventually. I don't know if it'll be this week or not.
Jaelen, could you go over the process of what made you decide on Jacksonville State and how you came to be here?
I left Cincinnati. I was about to go to a JUCO. Then Coach Ogle called me up. He's real cool, my high school coach, and I really like Jacksonville. So that's how I decided to come here.
I thought he got here and he just really liked me when he met me. That's what I thought.
Love Coach Ross.
He met Randy. He really liked Randy. He did have some familiarity. Now, you got to go a little deeper than that, Jaelen.
Yeah,
Tell him a little bit about your relationships with guys you kind of played with growing up on the team and stuff.
I know Randy real well from high school. I know Pancake real well.
Pancake is Darius Anderson. Okay.
Darius Anderson from middle school. Me and Pancake actually went to middle school together at Money's Mill Middle School. So I had a very good relationship with a lot of people on the team.
And Coop told me he could play. And Coop, all them guys, they
Jared
told
Cooper.
me Jaelen could play. So, you know, we got to check the guys out. So, you know, they said Jaelen, you get in the ball, he can run with it. So we took their word for it.
How's your experience been so far, Jaelen? I know
My experience been great. I love it here. Love it here. At first, I didn't know what to expect. When I came in during the summer, I didn't know what to expect. I ain't really know anybody but like 4 people on the team, so I didn't know what to expect. But my experience from the first 4 games, I really loved it here.
You did the leap in the stands post game the other night.
Love the fans. I think they come with very great energy every home game. So I really love the fans. I love the experience during the home games.
What made you decide to do that?
Leap in the stands.
Yeah.
It was homecoming, so I was lit after the game. We got the win. I was very excited about homecoming, so.
Randy didn't jump up there with you, you know.
I ain't gonna do that.
Randy didn't want to show off that vertical jump. That's what he did.
Coach, or could you talk about what Jaelen's contributed so far? It seems like you got a real jewel this year.
We did. I mean, he's a really good person, number one. We really checked him out. I got to meet his family, come on a recruiting visit, and then we kind of put the deal together to get him here. And I think he had a little bit of familiarity just because he knew some of the guys. And I tell players all the time, whether it's a high school guy or if it's a transfer guy, you know, just talk to the players there in the program. They'll tell you what it's all about. So I think they tell you the way things really are and the way stuff is run. So I think he's really comfortable with that. So he's a dynamic player. You look back at his high school tape and things he did at Cincinnati, and he's got power and speed, so he can run the ball inside, and he can, you know, when you give him a crease, he can hit it and take it for the distance. He's already showed that. So he has an explosiveness about him that's really, really good. And he catches the ball. He prides himself in, he really thinks he's a slot receiver a little bit too. So he's got good hands, and he can catch the ball well out of the backfield too. So I think he's a total package, you know, as far as a running back and what you want. And he's a physical guy, don't mind protecting. You know, he'll block when he needs to block, and just does a really, really good job.
What makes Randy so good at blocking kicks?
He just, some people's got a knack at it, you know.
It's luck.
He'll say it's luck. He can, for a big guy now, he can kind of bend his body and kind of get through there in a way that's kind of special. And I think every, you know, really good kick blocker I've ever been around is something you can't coach. It's something that they can get their body in a position to, you know, get themselves to be able to block the kick, and he does a good job of that. Now, it's like you said, it's kind of like hunting or fishing. I mean, you can do all your research and you put yourself in the right spot, and sometimes it just don't happen. And so it's opportunistic. I think he gets himself in the right spot, and sometimes the ball's kicked there, and sometimes the ball's not kicked there. But he does a really good job, I think, of putting his body in a right position and getting his hand up. A lot of his timing too. I think getting his hand up at the right time too, and he may can speak more of that. But I mean, it's something I don't think you can take and go out there and work in a drill and tell a guy how to do it. They just kind of have a knack of doing it, or they don't. And he's definitely got the knack of doing that.
Do you watch a lot of video on the opposing kicker before you go into a game?
Well, you know, it's funny. I actually put Josh Brady to work. He he watched film for me, tell me what they might wiggle their butt or squeeze the ball a certain way, or they count. He tell me probably more like a Wednesday, Thursday, tell me what their tail is at a snap, and I just try to jump it. And I get great push from guys like Montrez Lang or Monty Young or Denzel Ware or Connor Christian, whoever's in with me, and we just get lucky.
Daniel, we don't want to forget you. You do what I consider the hardest job on the team, punt returns. But you seem to have a knack for it. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Honestly, I like to. I'm a pressure guy, so I look at it like pressure. So in that moment, it's like the pressure's on you, you know what I'm saying? So Coach Gross trusted me to get back there and catch it. So in my head, I just, I'm at a calm. I kind of go into my own little zone, and I'm just kind of calm with it.
Did you return punts in high school?
I did. I've returned punts in high school and a kick return as well. So I mean, I've had it since I've been younger. I did it in Little League as well. But I mean, it's fun. You know, I enjoy it. Get an interaction with the crowd, fans, all that. So I enjoy it.
Coach Gross, did Daniel come to you and say he wanted to return punts, or did you guys notice?
I don't think it's a job you go, hey, I want to do. There's a lot of guys that return kickoffs, you know, they don't want that pressure of returning punts because it is a knack. But, you know, I coached him up now. I told him, I said, look, you drop one, just go to the dressing room. Don't even come back sideline. So, I mean, he just knows he's got to perform, or he just can't even come back side. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with that. It's probably the toughest job in football. I mean, it really is. Now, returning kickoffs it's hard enough. I mean, it's tough to judge a ball, but, you never know the way a ball is going to come off a punter's foot. You don't know which way they're going to kick it, the way it spins. A left-footed kicker is different than a right-footed kicker, and that ball with the wind, bothers it and stuff too. So it's something, to be said, we want to catch every punt, and Byrd just does a really good job of doing that. I mean, he caught some really good ones on Saturday. Probably maybe one he may have should have caught and didn't, and one that he probably made a really good decision not to catch, and it went into the end zone, but that ball was spinning weird. So it's hard to. You can't kick too many balls in practice, and they don't get to practice it enough. But it's hard to find that guy too. I mean, you can sometimes go to 2 and 3 guys before you ever find the right guy. And when you find the right guy, that guy's got the job as long as he's here. So he'll be doing that as long as he keeps catching the ball and can get first downs. And that we don't necessarily have to have the fastest guy on the team back there. Bird's got good speed. He's not the fastest guy on our team, okay? He's got a better speed than probably some other ones that we put back there before. But as long as you can catch a ball and get a first down, that's what we look for. Because fielding the ball and not letting the ball roll is huge, huge. I mean, you save a lot of field position just by having a guy back there that can judge the ball, put his body in the right position, and can catch it, So, I mean, we had JB caught him for a long time, around here. Once we found out he could catch them early, he kind of spent the next 3 or 4 years catching punts. And like I said, we've had a couple guys in between, but Bird's doing a really nice job for us right now. And I only see him getting better with that. He's getting better, I think, every game of kind of figuring out they're going to kick the ball away from him some and kind of reading the shoulders of the punter, where he's going to kick it and things. So, because like Saturday, they had not showed rugby punt all year. And then they rugby punt, so he had to adjust to that kind of on the fly in the game, and I think he's doing a really good job of that.
Daniel, if a high school kid came to you and said, hey, I want to return punts from my team, what's the 2 or 3 pieces of advice you'd give him?
Number one, just be calm. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it too big a deal. Just get back there, and it's just like catching a football any other day. The difference is just coming at a little higher rate and a faster pace, probably. So, be calm and just enjoy it. It's just football, so have fun with it.
That's the key word. Be calm, because you can take. I guarantee you, we got a dozen guys on our team that can catch them. Okay, we go out there. I can go out there myself and I can punt them to them. They catch them all day with me just punting them. Okay, even Randy. I mean, I'm putting him in that dozen.
Yes,
I mean, he caught one night. He caught one. The deal was, what was it, Randy?
If
you caught 2,
no Wednesday night.
Okay, well, Wednesday night
during fall camp.
During fall camp, it was if he caught them both, okay, that they not have no walkthrough that night. So he catches the first one. And then he catches the second one, everybody goes nuts. So even Randy can catch him. Randy will tell you he can catch him better than Byrd. But now here's the thing. That guy can go out there and catch them all day with somebody punting them to him. It's different catching that game. It's different with live bullets coming at you. Okay, so like you said, you got to be 100% almost catching with no pressure. But you put them in that game where they got to catch it when guys are running at them. And really, you never know when the guy's going to take a 15-yarder. He may just deck you. So you got to wipe all that out and catch the ball and concentrate on that and be relaxed doing it. And you find very few guys that have that knack. So like I said, I can coach them up all day on how to catch it. Elbows tight, judging the ball, all that stuff. But that calmness he just talked about, ain't many people got that. So it's a rarity now. It is not an easy job. It's a very, very hard job. And I'm not letting Randy catch one with live bullets. So
Having that clear mind as well, though, I think, like, if a kid did ask me, I mean, whatever, I go to my happy spot, you know what I'm saying? So I'll let you. I like ice cream, so I think it's something like ice cream, just something. You know what I'm saying? So just something else just to, calm you that you go to. So that's all. Yeah.
Hey, so catching punch like getting an ice cream cone to Byrd.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Go catch an ice cream, Byrd. Go get you some ice cream. That's what we'll start telling him when he goes on the field.
As a corner.
Yes.
In your first 2 years, your redshirt year, and then your redshirt freshman year, you're playing corner, and then you move to wide receiver. Talk about the change and the journey.
Honestly, I mean, when I first got here, I came in as an athlete. I played receiver all through high school, but being just a team guy, Coach Gross had asked, he felt like corner could help. And honestly, like I tell him all the time, I'm really happy that he did it, because now when I'm starting and I'm playing from the receiver position, I've got to see, DBs at the college level, understanding coverages, understanding when they're going to press, when they're going to play off, certain tendencies they have. So it makes it a little easier, when you're out there. You see it a lot faster than just a new incoming kid trying to get their feet wet at receiver. So I've been able to really kind of go to the quarterback, hey, look, this is what he's about to do. And, have conversations with Coop on the sideline or Zion, because I'm seeing it a lot faster. So I really, it worked out. It was very great benefit, definitely.